You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Saturday Night Live After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's SNL After Show.
Roya!
Daddy!
We're back!
We're back!
Second to last episode.
I know.
I'm sad.
I'm super
What
sad.
am I going to do on Saturday nights now?
Sleep?
No.
No?
No!
Oh.
We'll have to find something else. Maybe we'll just watch reruns.
Oh, duh.
We'll go watch the best of.
If Netflix would put them back on, that would be
Netflix.
amazing. They keep taking them away 1 month, like one season at a time, and it's pissing me off. Keep trying to do research. I can't do it if they take it away.
It's good to be here, though. This has been a fun home for a long time.
It is.
Let's not get nostalgic, though. We do have one more.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One more. This is season 39,
Hold it
episode
up.
21 with Charlize Theron and
I like
the
the way
musical
you say
guest.
that. Charlize Theron?
Theron. And the Black Keys, of course.
Why
You know.
I got to be the Black Keys?
Well, why not?
Why I got to be the Black Keys?
Black Keys are amazing.
Shelley Sterling. I'm just kidding.
Well, guys, I am your host, Roya Taheri, and fighting with me across the table is my lovely, I love it when he's here.
Estranged husband. My name is Danny Hoyt, and it's good to be here at AfterBuzz and SNL.
I love this energy you're giving.
Hey,
so much
this
more.
is my everyday.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes I temper it because
Yeah.
I don't want you. I don't want to freak you out.
Okay.
I don't want to freak Marissa out. Shout out to Marissa back there. Marissa, how are you?
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for asking. Nobody ever asked from the booth back. Thank you. I'm great.
Well, you know, no one ever asked me, so.
Gosh, Marissa, this is
There you go.
chemistry is everywhere right now.
I love it. I'm feeling it. Feeling it. Happiness everywhere.
Speaking of feeling it, were you feeling this episode?
Yes and no.
Okay. How much? What's the percentage? Break down your yes and no percent.
You will be
for me.
surprised with my grading on this one.
Oh, it's not going to be all A's.
No, it's not A for Andrew.
Not
Not
A.
A for Andrew.
It's going to be a lot of C's for Charlize.
I won't go that low.
I
C for
did.
Cookie? No. Yeah.
did
Okay.
for
Well,
her.
let's just jump right into it. All right.
Yeah.
So this is, her second time hosting since 2000. 14 years later, she's back. So we start off with the cold open.
Wait, can I say something about that real quick? 14 years later, and she still looks so good.
Yeah.
If you would put a picture of her hosting in 2000
Mm-hmm.
next to a picture of her hosting in 2014, the only thing she looks to me is like taller. She looks still.
Can she even get taller?
I don't know, but she doesn't
Super
look like
tall.
she has aged like hardly at all to me.
It's because she's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, it's not because that she was that beautiful before she got the Oscar. Now she's just like untouchable, sexy. She is. She looks
She
incredible.
does have that presence that,
Yeah.
and I'll explain that throughout the entire episode of why I think it was okay and why I don't think it was good. But anyways,
Okay.
let's just jump into the cold open.
Let's do it.
Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton for a Mother's Day message.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Obama played by Sashir, and Hillary Clinton is Vanessa Bayer.
I didn't have a problem with the impressions. Here's my issue. Like, I wanted it to be a little more like of a political punch, and it was only like a punch at them too, but it wasn't a real life like scenario you'd see. I saw somebody relate this, and here's why I'll say this. Somebody related it to when they did Sarah Palin, Tina Fey'd Sarah Palin,
And Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler, yeah. So that was an actual thing that happened. Like that was actual. Like there was actual things.
Are you talking
to
about
butt
when they were
heads-
competing?
Yes, and there was actual like they could butt heads about something. They don't actually compete. Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama are so far apart. It wasn't as realistic as I wanted it to be for a political.
It's probably not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not relevant right now.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
yeah.
too early for them. Because it's the presidency, Hillary Clinton is going for it and all that jazz, and Michelle Obama and Obama have to,
Yeah.
support or back the Democrats. But maybe I don't know, maybe it was a little too early.
And I just don't feel like they're not on different pages on a lot of things. Like for the most part, they share a platform.
Yeah.
And so there's not a lot they can butt heads out about. However, I did like Sashir as Michelle, and I think they should do more Michelle Obama skits.
Second time she's in the cold open.
Yeah.
This is great. I see that as fingers crossed she will.
Oh, she's coming back.
Yeah, she's gonna stay. But
I bet you
know.
$150 she's coming back. That doesn't really solidify how confident I am that she's coming back. I should probably bet you more money. How about I'll bet you coffee every episode of next season if Sashir isn't back?
if she's not
No,
back.
we can't do caffeine for you. We learned that.
Oh, no,
we can't do too much caffeine for you.
Too late, guys. Already had one.
Anyways,
try.
I just think she's coming back for sure.
Well, yeah. Is she coming back as a main player, or is she coming back as a feature?
No, feature for one more year, and then if she kills it next year,
That's fair.
She's good.
Yeah, she's got that presence and everything.
Yeah, but for me, the cold open fell short.
For me, I wasn't really too into it. I was meh, you know, because I'm used to seeing. I liked how Saoirse was Michelle Obama, and I'm used to seeing Amy Poehler as Hillary Clinton. So to me, I had to take a step back and be like, all right, Vanessa Bayer. But what they did really well is Vanessa Bayer does a good like competitive kind of tone.
Yeah, she does.
So when Hillary was getting competitive with Michelle, that's when it started to turn, and I started actually
Hey,
really
Ukraine,
enjoying it.
cookie alert! Get down, get down.
Yes, exactly.
That part was funny.
I suppose it's also tough to make a chubby kid eat an apple.
God, I laughed out.
Yeah.
Like that was an out loud. It caught me off guard. I think I choked on something like my water or something.
Yeah,
That was funny.
And then their line back from Michelle Obama was, "It didn't work for you in 2008, maybe 2014."
Yeah,
you know, or,
and she's like, Syria, biological weapons, but kids, watch out for cake.
yeah. See, like that was great. I thought that was good. So that turned for me. I gave it a BB minus.
A BB minus.
Yeah.
I give it a CC plus.
Fine, mock me all you want.
I'm not
man.
mocking you.
Well,
It's
then
out of love.
Let's get into Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Monologue.
Here's what I wanted to say. When she walked down the stairs
Mm-hmm.
onto the stage, did it not look like she was walking right off of a runway straight to like front center stage?
You were just mesmerized by it.
Yes. She walked out the door and it was like, oh, and she walked right down to the front of the stage. It was like the commercial. She's got a commercial out right now, a national spot where she's walking and she's like bouncing on her head. She's like very like, that's what it
Chanel.
reminded me. Thank you. It was like Chanel No. 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Marissa, see? Chiming in with some very good knowledge back there. Yeah, it was like, it just looked, she was stunning.
What did you think about this open? Because we know from this season they love musical numbers.
Too many. It was too predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was way too. The funniest part for me was watching the background dancers
Mm-hmm.
try to stay on beat with their little hand movements.
It reminded me of the opening with Tina Fey. When Tina Fey had that whole dance
Yeah, and they made them
sequence.
all.
Mhm.
They made them all do the song and dance.
Yeah, it reminded me of that because they didn't really go anywhere with the camera whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
They just stayed there. At least with Tina Fey, there was more like magic, more of the pants ripped off, and more of that. But I like how she made fun of herself, Charlize.
She was trying. It was making fun of herself while still kind of humble bragging. Like,
Well, she's an
also, I've
Oscar.
never had bad sex. True. She's an Oscar winner, but I just thought it could have. I didn't laugh really. I was more just watching because I love Charlize.
Yeah. One part I really enjoyed was when Beck Bennett came out and he was just looking, short men love me. And he just comes like, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
Just
do.
looking
He was just like
eye level
staring
with
at her
boobs.
chest.
Yeah.
I read this on a blog, so I can't take credit for this, but I thought this was an excellent point. The fact that she's promoting that movie, that Million Ways to Die in the West or whatever, that comes out May 30th,
Yeah.
which, by the way, looks kind of funny. It has everyone in it.
Dennis Haskins is in it.
Everyone's
Mr.
in
Belding.
it. Yeah, there's a lot of people in it. By the way, I've heard some really random stories about that guy lately.
Oh, he's a guy that comes into AfterBuzz a lot of the times.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that guy gets
Wrestling.
he gets all over the
Yeah.
place. Really?
Yeah.
I love that. I've just heard like he's everywhere.
He does karaoke and
Like showing up at random
Burbank,
places.
yeah.
People are like, oh yeah, Mr. Belding was there. I'm like, wait, what?
yeah, super cool guy.
That's awesome. Here's my thing. She didn't mention what she's coming out, like what she's promoting.
They played a trailer after.
Right, it was the first one.
Yeah.
But secondly, Seth MacFarlane, who's known to show up and guest and sing and do his little thing, didn't show up. And
My prediction was wrong.
I kind of was thinking that was going to happen. Yeah.
What do you think about that? This opening, the monologue, there was no guest person whatsoever.
I would have rather seen Seth MacFarlane come in than what happened.
But is that because we're so used to people coming out, or do you think because
Yeah,
she couldn't
you're
handle
right.
it on her own?
Yeah, you're right. No, she could handle it, but it wasn't very funny. They needed an added element, something.
Yeah.
Maybe even get the Black Keys involved or like do something.
I really enjoyed Kate McKinnon and Cecily Strong coming up to her and just kind of telling her, no, don't do that. I thought that was
It was funny,
It was
but
short and sweet to the point.
but it was average.
It was. So I
Second
gave it a
to last episode of the
B.
season, you want it to be like end on a high note.
yeah.
No pun intended to the singing, but like you want it to end on a high note.
Fair.
I used the same joke twice. I couldn't think of another pun for
No,
singing.
this is a very random question, and it probably is way not out of line, but completely pulling out my
What?
butt. But the people that were on the stage,
Yeah.
a lot of them were the main players, and then some were features. Do you think those features that were actually on the stage will be staying?
Yeah, every single one of them.
Yeah. Okay. So then, do you think those that were not on the stage are the ones that are potentially going to be gone?
No. because the cast is so big, but they can't cut it down to they can't whittle it to just what was on the stage. I think there would be a lot of shuffling, but I don't think you can shuffle that many people.
I think we could have.
You know who solidified themselves?
Who?
Mike O'Brien is not going anywhere.
That's true. Valid point. Okay, so
We'll get there, but he's not going anywhere.
Alrighty, so let's move on. What did you give that opening monologue?
Oh, for me, it was I'll say B- just because of how gorgeous she looked.
She's got this presence about her.
She
Wherever
does.
she is, it just lights up the room. Like
Even when she's in like a goofy
really-
like movie like The Italian Job, which wasn't goofy, it was actually a great movie. But like she played, you know, the girl who cracks safes, and you know, Mark Wahlberg's like love interest in the movie. But it was like a different kind of role for her. She still had a presence. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, like blah, 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 blah. Charlize Theron is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
The
whole movie.
That's totally fair. All right, so moving on to the next one, the Hallmark Channel's Mother's Day game show. Game show with your mom. It'll be fun. Come on.
If Kate McKinnon was not in the sketch, it's a total bomb.
Valid point.
Kate McKinnon was the only thing that saved the sketch for me. There were some funny one-liners, but without her energy, I could watch her do the whole thing. She could play every character and just move around. I could watch her do anything. Without her, with a constant like weird energy, like that she's, you know, stalking your kids, but then, you know, staying on Facebook because that's my window into your world.
Yes. Which reminded me of my mother.
Really?
Yes. Not that my mom's that like crafty, creepy person, but she wants to be my friend on Facebook.
Is she good on Facebook?
I don't know. I'm not friends with her on Facebook.
You know what? My mom...
It's like that South Park episode.
I got to give a shout out to my mom. She just recently got on Facebook. I won't say her name because she probably doesn't... She probably get freaked out if people friend request her, but she just got really good at Facebook. Like in the last month. So I got to give a shout out to my mom. I know she's a little late to the game, but she got really... Like she's posting every day. Funny things, interesting things, pictures, throwbacks. Like out of nowhere. And it's not me.
She's learning the hashtags.
Me and my sister are telling her. I don't know where she got it from. It's funny.
Flashback Fridays, hashtag. Okay, so back to the sketch. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Kate McKinnon saved the sketch. But there was a lot of people in it, and I really enjoyed it. I even thought Charlize, she had such a small minor role that she was good in it.
Yeah, no, she was funny in it. She delivered her lines well. I just thought the game show thing is outdone for SNL right now, unless you're doing the one with Keenan. Unless you're doing Family Feud.
Now, do you think Kate McKinnon could pull off as a game host?
Not a host, but she could play a contestant. Like she could have either mocked somebody or been like a mockery of herself.
Yeah.
You know, or something like that. I mean, granted they did it last week, but I just think that it's just like a reprise on a new game show.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be their Mother's Day theme. So maybe that was their Mother's Day sketch.
My favorite part of the sketch was when Bobby Moynihan came in as the dad. And hey kid, he's like, gets one question. Hey kid, you all right? And Kyle's like, yeah. And then he just walked out.
Yeah.
It was random. That was my favorite part of the sketch. It was a very meh sketch for me.
Near the end of it, when they showed the pictures of the women, and the mom, Kate's like, "Ooh, what's the answer for these?"
Yeah.
Do you think those were the actual cast members' mothers?
Ooh.
Because the one at the end, when Kyle was answering the question, he just had this fat laugh on his face, and I was looking at the picture, see if they represent who they were on the stage.
And did they?
Kind of look like the last one.
Kyle did some weird things in this episode, though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Did you see at the very end his homemade shirt that said "I love Mom"?
Yeah.
And the cameraman zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
And they were all pointing at it. I wouldn't be surprised because it was almost like he had this secret the whole episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good observation. I would say yes.
I was trying to look it up and it
tweet
kept
him.
giving
Let's
me
tweet him
really
and ask
weird
him
questions,
after this.
weird results.
Really?
Yeah. Try Googling that. Yeah, so I gave it a C+.
That's exactly what I gave it. We agree on a grade for once?
Yeah.
Roya!
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
C+. And that's not because of you, Charlize. You were great. I don't think they gave you guys enough to work with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially for a Mother's Day sketch, it should have been more.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe we just have high standards. Maybe that's what it is.
There was a lot of Mother's Day things going on. It's okay.
I have high standards for them. What can I say? Girlfriend talk show.
Girlfriend talk show.
I'm never going to stop doing me.
Do you love these?
I love them except for this one.
I know you love 80.
I love 80
You're a
and
big
Cecily.
80 fan, and I love 80 too. This has been one of her better sketches. But she played this same character later in the Bikini Beach Party, and it bothered me. I only want 80 to play that version of the character in the Girlfriend's Talk Show.
You know what bothers me is that Cecily used the line, "I'm never gonna stop doing me."
Why?
Wasn't that a line that was in the Oliver Twist sketch?
Remind me what was in the Oliver Twist.
The Oliver Twist was when Cecily was that really random girl, and she's like, "I just gotta do me. I just gotta focus on me.
Oh yeah,
I can't do that."
Deirdre or Barbara or what's her name? Yeah.
I feel like she uses that line a lot in other sketches.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
I mean, she delivers it well.
Yeah, this
And
one
I still
did,
giggle every time I hear it, but then it's kind of clicked to me. Well, maybe it's been used before.
this
in
one
a
did
different
fall a
sketch.
little short. I mean, I think the premise of what they were doing was funny.
Charlize was great. Her character.
Yeah, no, Charlize killed it. I think that maybe it was in the interactions or that it didn't go. Like I thought Charlize played a perfect character. I just was trying to figure out what it needed, like a next level. Like it needed to take a step up to somewhere.
It did take a step up where Charlize did grab 80's boob.
By the way, second time 80's boob has been grabbed, like flat out,
Yeah.
no holds barred. They've just like grabbed her boob because it was in the Seth Rogen episode
At the
when they were
dinner.
at dinner. Yeah, that her boob. She's just all about letting her boobs just get grabbed on TV.
Hey, who can say they let Seth Rogen grab her boob and
Charlize Theron. That's true. That's true. Put top of her resume.
Exactly.
And I've got both my boobs grabbed.
Which, by the
Or
way,
was it the same boob? Do we know?
same boob actually. I think
It's the
it was
same
her
boob.
left. Her left, so stage right. Right? Is that how it works? And
Which
then-
boob? If you guys
Because she
know
was- it
off
was-
the top of your head, tweet us or write it
Yeah,
on the chat
because
room.
Seth was on the other side of her too. I think he grabbed both though. I don't know why I'm honking at the screen, but
Did he? Guys, let us know. Were there both boobs grabbed or just one boob grabbed? Marissa, do you want to chime in?
boob grabbing.
No. But I will say it was Christian Dior, not
Oh.
Chanel. There you go.
No,
Oh.
she did her research back there. It was Dior, Christian Dior. Dior.
Yeah.
They don't do it justice.
I don't know. I try. Anyways. So,
Yeah, you know what it was for the Girlfriends Talk Show for me? I wrote this down. It seemed more scattered than normal. It wasn't, I said it wasn't as fluid, and the narrative of Charlize being the sexy lady that brings out sexual passion in 80 was funny, but it would have been funnier if Cecily somehow played into it.
Yeah. It was a little lacking from Cecily.
Yeah, or maybe a guest star comes in like a boy or like some other.
Because we've even
element.
had an older character come on,
Right.
and it was 80's friend's
Right.
character. It was when Melissa McCarthy was hosting.
Yeah.
And that had higher energy.
Yeah,
And that was more, she became more friends with Kira than 80's character.
I think the premise of this was funny, but it didn't always follow through.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think this sketch could be worked on in the new season, in season 40.
Yeah,
and
it's a great
could turn
concept.
into like something really funny every time you see it.
It's a great concept.
Girlfriend talk show. I gave it a C+ though.
I give it a B- only because Charlize did a really good job of this. She without her, it was almost like Cecily was off in this one or something, and I can't pinpoint what it was.
I want her outfit. Is that weird?
You want Cecily's outfit?
No, not Cecily. I'm not going to dress like a 13-year-old.
Charlize?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Charlize looked hot.
I'm gonna do
Dark
that.
hair, e-cigarette, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a B-. I
Yeah.
actually did have a B-. I just read that I gave it a C+, but then
Is that two straight? That was almost two straight C's for you.
I know. C for Charlize.
Unprecedented territory.
All right, the next one, digital short, HBO's First Look.
Look, here's my thing. I didn't have a single thing wrong with this, and I wanted it to be an entire episode. I could have watched an entire behind the scenes of Dragon Babies and enjoyed it for a half an hour behind the scenes of nonsense. And the chemistry, here's why I wasn't mad at Cecily. Because I did not like her in Girlfriend's Talk Show, but her chemistry with her and Mike in this was brilliant. Them two, they were so funny together.
Yeah.
This was great, and it really was like, I mean, kudos to SNL. They put a lot of work into this digital short. I mean, the whole behind the scenes of all of it. And Taron Killam, this was so good.
Makes me wonder, do you think maybe they had this sketch already pre-planned way before the host? Because Charlize was not ever
Possibly.
interacting with Mike at all.
Yeah.
It was kind of, she was just in there, and it was once they were in the room, they weren't doing a recording.
Yeah.
So it could've been any host.
Very probable. I'm sure they have, you know what, even like with Kyle's 4 minutes that he gets at the end with his
Yeah.
goofy things, even some of those could be shot like last week or the week before. They could stock up on some of those and then tweak them if need be. Because they have time, and they're evergreen, you know, they can live on past the week. They don't have to do with Mother's Day or whatever.
That's true.
Did you like this?
I did, but I thought because we came from such a high off of Bagency
The Bagency, yeah.
that my expectations were way
Okay,
up here.
take Bagency out of it.
I can't, though.
Okay, but hold on.
It's up there. My hand's not moving.
Put your hand down. Remove. That was good. Remove Bagency from the equation just for a second.
Okay.
This is the best early digital short for me in a long time. Like better than what was the spaghetti clothes or the Suits Joseph A. Bank one, which was funny to me, where they wiped up like the spaghetti
And the owl.
And the owl. This was
Okay, yes.
This
If
was a
that's-
good one.
Okay.
It was the most thoroughly developed idea they've had.
Out of Mike's
Besides Bajancy.
Mike's sketches, yes, this would probably be his top notch.
Do we know for sure if Mike wrote this?
I'm gonna say yeah.
No, but do we know for sure if Mike wrote this?
I read online that he did, but
Okay.
they were blogs, so it doesn't mean it's actual truth.
Okay.
It
If
could
any
be
of you guys know,
speculation
let us
like you
know
and
for
me.
sure. Okay. I'm pretty confident like you, but I want to know like 100% for sure if he wrote this.
You know, I will go under the bus and I will take it if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I don't know what that has to do. Anyways,
Roy's gonna take it under the bus if she's wrong. That's what I heard.
yes,
Got it.
Oh wow, thank you, Danny.
I'm just kidding. It was there. It was
No, it's
you
true.
lofted it.
I said it for you.
had to swing.
Spike. All right, so Dragon Babies with the spiral lookalikes. Yeah, I liked it. I gave it a B plus.
Hey, I thought it was so good.
Like, okay, well, if I take out Bajancy, then yeah, it's an A minus.
Okay.
It's just
Only reason it didn't get the plus is because Bajancy was stupid good.
yeah, and because this one didn't really have much of the host in it.
Yeah, that's
And
okay.
Even though they included the host, it just didn't have much. A lot of the other ones have more of the host involved.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoyed those more. Actually, I take back Monster Friend was fun. It was one of my top ones.
Yeah, I
So
see.
this would be more than this one.
Monster Friend was good, but that wasn't a digital short so much.
Yeah, it was.
That was
Digital
live.
short? No, it wasn't. You're thinking of the dog sketch. This is the one with Seth Rogen. Remember Monster Friend? The one where he's like, Rob.
But that wasn't a digital. Oh,
That was
yeah,
a digital
it was.
short.
Yeah, it
He was
was,
going
yeah, it
around
was.
town and he's scaring people
Yeah.
live. So that one
I
beats
forgot which one you were
this
talking
one.
about.
That one
Okay.
beats this one. So if I'm taking Agency away,
I like this better.
it'd be The Monster's Friend and then HBO's First Look.
I like this one better.
Okay, well, you guys let us know what you think too.
I am Heshi.
Single Woman's Guide to Finding Love. Finally, they brought it back
Yep.
and they tweaked it. I thought it worked.
Yeah, it was better. It was better. It was better because of Charlize. Just take Heshi.
This team was good though.
No, Nassim's good. She's always good.
Yeah.
But if it just would have been, I just feel like Charlize killed the Gail, Heshi, Gail, Heshi, Gail.
Yes.
Like it just added a new feature, and Charlize committed to it, nailed it. She got
Yep.
all her cues. Like that takes rehearsal. I mean,
Hadouken.
Hadouken! Yeah. What did they say? Finish him or whatever it was. Like there were so many random things thrown into this. For me, it worked from top to bottom.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I gave it an A.
Go Nassim. Yeah,
Yep.
that got an A from me too.
So much better. I love when they. Now, did Charlize have a Minnesota accent that kept going in and out?
No, you know what? She didn't know what she was doing with her accent. I did notice that. However, I could care less
Yeah.
because she committed to the character and
Yep.
followed it all the way through to the end.
See, that's what I mean. Throughout this entire sketch, like this entire episode, Charlize
Yeah.
is committed to the character.
Yeah, she
Whatever
has.
she's given, she's committed.
Much like Andrew, whatever they threw at her, she did.
Exactly.
And I appreciate that
And
very
she
much.
enjoyed doing it.
She did.
And she did seem like she knew the lines, even though I know cue cards are their key thing.
Yeah.
So moving on to, oh yeah, what we gave it A's?
Yep.
High five.
Ah,
to-
no, I gave it a B plus. Sorry.
Oh.
I gave it a B plus.
High five myself.
Hmm.
So Black Keys performance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I think they're great. Due to time, I kind of fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
But I did read that people thought the first performance was really slow and that there was no energy behind it.
There wasn't. For me, it was like a 7 out of 10. I enjoy the Black Keys. I
Yeah.
like them. I haven't got to see them live yet. I will, because I really enjoy the Black Keys. Yeah, it almost seemed like they were lacking energy.
Yeah,
Like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But the second song picked it up for me, so it was okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Weekend Update. Finally, I'm just gonna say this. Finally, I could be in your boat about Joss. Colin.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope you're in the same boat still, or else I'm alone
boat?
in the boat. That he did a good job.
I
So,
thought he took a best step back this one.
oh, jeez. All right, well, Cecily starts off the whole jokes. Maybe when she starts it off, she does better than he does.
I think so.
So we find out May 16th is Barbara Walters' last night on The View, being Barbara Walters, basically. And then we get a little sketch, little promo, or like a reel of all of the cast members that played.
Which were funny. I enjoyed that.
Sherry Terry is the best
Yeah.
Barbara Walters.
I enjoyed that for a minute.
Nassim as Barbara Walters, not the right. I don't know. We could do better.
Yeah, no, Nassim's wasn't very good.
But still love Nassim. And then Barbara Walters comes out, the legit one, the actual Barbara Walters.
Which surprised me. Did that surprise you?
It did, and it freaked me out watching her. Her
Why?
eyes, I don't know. There's something with her eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were. It was like, yeah, they were little like.
They were weird.
Yeah, they were just a little slower.
Maybe her
but you know
face
what?
is both. I don't know.
I got to give a huge shout out to Barbara Walters because she came in and she made a little fun of herself. She gave it to Cecily a little bit. I thought that was as much as you can ask for from Barbara Walters.
One of my favorite interaction lines was when Barbara was talking about how she's a real news anchor and Cecily's not. And Cecily's like, but you're
on
a
The View?"
co-host on The View.
That was good. And what did Barbara say? Didn't she say like, good point, or yeah, you got me there,
Yeah.
good one, or something like that? Yeah, like she played along with it.
Yeah. But that seemed a legit kind of delivery from Cecily. Cecily didn't even look at the cue cards. She just was hearing it, unless she had it memorized that was the
Oh, I'm
line
sure she had it
was gonna go,
memorized. I
but-
mean, it's a great comeback.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, I thought it was good. You know, it was nice to see Barbara. I totally unexpected, out of left field. Didn't see
Yeah.
that coming.
That was our guest appearance, apparently, for Charlize Theron's episode is Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Random.
I would have liked to see them too, like to have Charlize come in and do something with that.
Yeah.
Could have made it better. It wasn't bad. It just could have been fun, but
Could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe Roya Taheri come out as well. But they've done that
Ooh.
before. I feel like they've had
to
them
have
both
like
on.
another Barbara come out, be like, we have Barbara Walters, and
Or,
then
like, the
another one,
panel.
and then maybe the real Barbara Walters
like
comes
what they
out.
did with Palin.
That could have been funny.
Okay. Well, anyways, it could have been. Didn't do it. But it's okay. They've probably done it before.
Yeah.
So then breaking news.
Breaking news. The reason I liked this is this. It was weird, and I know a lot of people thought like that's just really random. Here's why I liked it, because it was a moment to take back from like the news stories. It wasn't a guest. It was something different than what usually happens on Weekend Update, and it caused an interaction between Cecily and Colin, which we need. That's why I liked it. It was weird. I kind of chuckled like a confused like what?
Yeah.
Kind of reaction. And then they just moved on and didn't say anything else about it. So it's kind of like, wait, what? Wait a second, what just happened?
It's like squirrel.
Yeah, did you like it?
I like their interactions.
It was
with
kind
each
of
other.
unnecessary, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
It worked. Now, finally,
Your guy.
Drunk Uncle makes a return.
Yes.
Thank you.
And?
Thank you.
Did you like him?
I loved it.
Did you?
Want to see my impression of America? Selfie. Duck face. I got a filter for you. It's called Green Card.
You know what he does so well that mimics drunk people is his lips.
Yeah.
Whatever he does with his lips, where he's like he kind of
Like-
puckers them and constantly like moves them.
He's trying, like his mouth's trying to focus on how to say the word.
Yes, that sells it for me every time. Whatever he does with his lips sells it for me every time.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
and then he did the eyebrows at the camera.
Yeah. I love Drunk Uncle. I'm so glad
I
they
know
brought
you
it back.
do.
And I love that they tied it in that Seth is gone.
I'll buy the clippers.
Yeah, well, the fact that
And he called him Seth?
He kept
Yes.
calling him Seth, and he's like, Colin's what? That's what made me enjoy Colin.
Yes.
Was his interaction with Drunk Uncle.
Yeah.
So my hope is that whenever they do bring Drunk Uncle in for next season, that they keep doing that Seth thing.
Yes.
Just saying. It might get old, but at the same time, he's drunk.
Two favorite things about it. Number one, can I light an e-cig with my Bitcoins? Not everybody's going to get that joke because a lot of people still have no idea what Bitcoins are. I thought that was really funny. Number two, when he randomly burst out into I Believe I Can Fly, and he was doing this, I believe I can fly, was my favorite part of all of Weekend Update.
Yeah.
Maybe my favorite Drunk Uncle moment of the season.
Because it's Drunk Uncle.
Because it's Drunk Uncle, you never know what's going to happen. And I love that song. And that was better I enjoyed that more than the Black Keys' first performance.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
I
can I
don't
say
blame you. I Believe I Can Fly part.
Yeah, don't hate me. That song was I was just funny. I enjoyed it.
For sure. Okay, so what did you grade the Weekend Update?
Overall, it was a solid B for me.
Really?
Because the jokes weren't funny. It wasn't about the jokes.
Okay,
there
what
were
would
not
you-
any good jokes.
What would you give the grading for the guest appearances on Weekend Update?
Barbara, B. Drunk Uncle, A-.
A minus.
Yeah.
A plus from Drunk Uncle. B for Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B for Barbara.
Weekend Update. Yeah,
And
I
a C
kind
for
of graded
Colin
it.
and a C for Cecily. That's literally how my gradings go.
Wah, wah, wah.
I just thought of that right now and it worked. That's how
Oh,
my
really?
ratings
So
went.
A for Andrew had nothing to do with that?
No.
Anyways, guys, moving on to TCM's Bikini Beach Party.
Why were none of them wearing bikinis?
Because they don't wear bikinis in that time
But it's a
frame.
bikini beach party.
Yeah, but that's how it was in those movies.
Then call it a bathing suit beach party,
those
not
were
a bikini.
bikinis, man.
That's not a bikini.
That was a
I'm sorry,
bikini.
Marissa.
Back in the day.
Marissa,
Yes.
I have a favor to ask you. Can
Okay.
you bring up Webster's definition of a bikini for us?
Bro,
Sure.
that's changed, sir. That is changed.
Webster's definition does not
No.
change.
In films back in like whatever the 30s or whatever the 40s, whenever this time frame was supposed to be,
Yeah.
a lot of them were in those kind of swimsuits.
I know, but still.
You would never see.
What does
it was
Webster
too
define
scandalous.
a bikini as?
Whoa, two different things. Two different things.
No.
Webster's updated to now's generation.
When you think of a bikini, what do you think of?
Two-piece.
Yes.
I agree. Well, technically it's two-piece, but it's a long piece.
It's too long for me.
Right, but it's the time frame.
It bothered me. I don't know why. It just bothered
That's
me.
probably the point of the whole sketch and why it was called that, Danny. To bother you. To
And
make
it was
fun of
every girl in the entire
Exactly.
cast was in
to
there.
make fun of how back then in those movies that's what they would do, is that they'd be like, oh, it's a bikini
Okay, well,
party.
maybe I have a hidden agenda because I want to see Charlize in a bikini. Get off of me!
Whatever. You just want to be the whale and blow, don't you? Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
That got really real, really
Because of the episode, the sketch. Come on.
like you're in a hole and you can't dig out right now.
I'm just going to bury myself, guys. But you all
Hold
know
on, time out.
You guys all know
I
what
need
I'm
to
talking about.
regroup myself for a second.
Well, imagine. Okay, so in this episode, let's get to the sketch, guys. So, Taryn's character wants to meet Charlize's character over by the whale, the dead whale on the beach,
Yeah.
that eventually blows on them because it explodes and gets guts all over them. Now you see where
What-
I was
what-
going with that.
yeah.
Okay, anyways. And then there's another whale that blows up on them, too. And I love how he's supposed to be 22 years old, and they're supposed to be 12 or 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
So
That was a little creepy.
yeah. Again, time framing. Anyways, casting.
You know what? We kind of knew what was going to happen, by the way. Like, you knew they kept talking about the whales and filling with methane gas. Like, you kind of knew it was going to happen.
I didn't expect it to blow up and get all over them.
I didn't expect it to be like that. It did shock me. The shock factor was fun. The fact that they played into it, like, and let blood and fake guts go all over them. And a big shout out to Charlize for keeping all that crap on her and introducing Black Key's second song with the blood covered on her. Like,
Yep.
that was cool.
Remind me of Carrie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. 80, I did not like, though. I didn't like how they had somebody that was like being negative. I would have rather had something else happen because it was like the same character. I mentioned this earlier from Girlfriend's Talk Show. She was like that same like, can we stop dancing? Like,
But that again, it ties back to that whole time frame of the movies. They're making fun of it. They're calling out that time. That was the pun of the joke.
I don't know.
Was
I just
that they would always dance, and be like, "So, what's Ricky gonna do with you? Huh? This is
Yeah.
how I actually dance in clubs too."
wanted
guys.
them to.
Jealous?
What I'm saying, what I didn't like is that 80 played the same character that she played in Girlfriend's Talk Show. It's
else would they
literally
have-
the same character.
Who else would they have had?
No,
to
I
do
just
it, though?
didn't want that in it. I wanted something else.
But they need that character.
And like Sashir's in there. Have Sashir say something funny. Have Sashir like bust out into like a different dance, and them all look at her like, what a dance are you doing? And she's like, this is how, she says something else about like, let me teach y'all how to actually dance. Like something different happen.
You know what, Danny?
Am I asking for too much?
You are asking for too much.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. You're not. You can never ask for too much, Danny. But I do agree with
I
you.
just want Charlize in a bikini. Oh my gosh.
So at the end, when Keenan came in, though,
Yeah, that was funny.
I expected him to run over for a kiss. He
Really?
didn't do that.
Yeah.
He just ran over to end the sketch, and I get that's the whole theme of the whole sketch was to make fun of that.
Why'd you want him to run over for a kiss?
Because she's like, "Oh, and I never got my kiss," and then he runs over. It was just too quick.
Okay.
That was what my initial thought was for it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whoa, excuse me, guys. I am so sorry.
I mean,
So-
overall, I gave this a B- because Charlize was willing to get the blood and guts on her. It's the last time you see her live until the very end on stage, and
No, that was not the last time. There's one more sketch. Please tell me.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I gave this a B-.
Oh, well then big shout out to her for getting cleaned up and doing this before another sketch where she goes
Yep.
live.
So then Black Keys
Shoot.
performs,
Yep.
as you mentioned, and
Introduced
Charlize
by
introduced.
Charlize,
Yeah,
yeah.
what did you think of that performance?
Bullet in the Brain, love that
Yeah.
song. God, it's so good.
Picked up.
Yeah, it picked up, and it took its time, and it was very. It was like a experience. The song was an experience. It was so good.
All right, I want to move on.
Cats.
I want to move on right now because
Oh, jeez. Did you write that joke in your notes?
no, I wrote.
Yeah, you did.
I want a kitty right meow. That's what I wrote.
Oh, God.
So Whiskers are we? A+.
I don't like cats, but seeing those cats was cute. Any
They were not.
episode.
They were kittens.
I don't like cats, but any sketch with live kittens was cute. And the narrative was funny. Kate was brilliant. Charlize was very funny. I don't think you could have done anything different to make this any better.
No,
I
it
thought
was
this was
perfect.
a very well done sketch.
Kat Mueller, is that what was her name? Kat Mueller?
Oh, yeah.
Kat Mueller. I thought I just changed my name.
To
Was
reflect
Jackie.
my interest.
Yeah.
That was such a good line.
And let's meet some of our most eligible catchlers. I can't even say it because
Catchlers,
I'm so giggly about
Yeah,
it.
that was fun.
Cats are where it's at.
Yes.
And one of her other lines that I really like, there's one more after this. I would adopt her, but I should probably work on getting my kids back.
Yeah.
And the last one, when she's referring to Jojo, the cat that obviously is in love with Kate's character. Because, there's some weird, creepy vibe going on between the two. Like, what's her name's in love? Charlize is in love with Kate's character,
Yeah.
So Jojo, the kitten. You want to know the truth? I'm not a fan of this cat, little dumbass. Like, that was my favorite line from Charlize, because she called the kitten. And, like, how do you... Oh, I feel like I'm more into this than you are. Into this sketch.
I was an A+ for me from top to bottom. I don't know what else I can say. There was live kittens. I love it. And Charlize was great. And Kate
Yeah.
McKinnon is gold.
Did you see Kate almost break character?
No, when?
So when Charlize was rubbing her arm,
Yeah?
Kate's arm, she had a kitten in front of her. And I don't know if the rubbing was supposed to be there or not, but she had the kitten. She put the kitten in front of her and kind of blocked her mouth to keep from smiling, because she started giggling, like she had that little
Really?
cheeks rise, and then she just went back into...
Did her dimple start to pop
Yeah.
out? Really?
It was
I
out, you
missed
could just
that.
see her eyes change from that character to Kate and start laughing.
I completely missed that.
And she's used a kitten to cover her face. So check that out. Pretty
will.
awesome. So now the last sketch, we get our digital short back with Kyle Mooney and Beck Bennett. The Tourists.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you take away with this, because you are their number one fan
Well,
club.
before I say, go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say first.
I really liked it. I liked how they used a lot more people.
Yep.
They used live reactions. I love the reactions. They actually used the host, and she played like an undercover tourist.
She was my favorite one. They filled her pants and made her look like she was 300 pounds. Nobody knew that was Charlize Theron. I bet the people, after they realized that was her, probably kicked themselves like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, we were just in a SNL sketch, like with Charlize.
Take my camera, take my photo, or take the camera,
Take my photo.
And she just keeps walking
and she
off.
smiles and walks away.
It was good. I really thought it was super cute. They had a lot of people in it. And then Bobby, when his character goes, do you know where 4th Street is, or whatever the street is? She
Yeah.
goes, no, I don't. I'm sorry. He goes, you go down to the left, make a right, and then you're there. Okay, thank you.
What I was afraid of with this sketch is that they were going to make fun of people, and that they were going to offend some people that visit New York City.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of tourists that go. They didn't. And the way they did it, I thought was brilliant. Kyle's character is obviously my favorite. I thought he stole it. His accents and just the way he was really funny. But I love that there was 7 or 8 people involved. I mean, even down to like
Kate McKinnon's character was great too. When she's asking around,
Oh,
do you
the
know
sex
where there's
cl-
a sex club where I
or
can get some
drugs?
drugs? Go ask the information. Oh, okay. Like, she just goes right.
And I mean, they got her all dressed up, got a whole crew down there to Union Station, wherever that was, and got her in costume for her to be in this sketch for 4.5 seconds.
Yep.
The commitment the commitment, and this is where what I love about SNL and the fact that they're giving like Kyle and Beck. I assume it's just them two writing these, but they're giving them these sketches, this block to do these things, and they're committing to them this much.
Yep.
I mean, like they pulled in so many people. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
And it was
it.
shot like a documentary. It was shot really well and edited really well.
Yeah, I gave this one an A as well. I didn't give it a plus because I want the meow one to have one.
Yeah.
Meow.
I give it A+.
So overall, I gave this, because Charlize, like I said, she's got a powerful presence.
Right.
And in any sketch she was in, she was great.
Yeah.
The last 2 were my ultimate. I think that saved this episode for me. Were the last 2 sketches.
Yeah.
I gave it a B.
Okay.
And Barbara Walters doesn't count as a cameo.
It does.
She thanked her, yeah, but it's not.
It was more of like to say, hey, thanks for letting us make fun of you for years.
Exactly.
B- for me overall. Maybe a B, but definitely in the B family, not a B+. I love that Charlize committed. There were some really good highlights, and there were some really low lows for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree. There's not that many sketches that I'll remember from it, which is sad and really disappointing, but the last 2 I'll definitely remember.
However, I could not be more excited for the season finale with Andy Samberg.
Well, before we get into that, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Shoot.
I have some news and gossip, but first I want to talk about people on YouTube. I just want to give out some quick shout outs.
Yeah.
Cheska, thank you for your ratings. She was pretty much on board with us as well, or Cheska, they were on board. Joseph Boza, also the same kind of ratings. Steve Southern, he agrees with you. So good.
Thank you,
And
Steve.
Quentin is really digging you.
What about Fancy Pants?
That was on iTunes. So
Smacky Pants.
Spanky
Pants. Spunky Pants. I missed that.
Yeah, Spunky Pants is the only one.
Where are you, Spunky Pants? Bring your Spunky Pants back.
And then Vintage Vandalism, love the Beige and Sea sketch as well. So thank you guys so much for commenting. Don't forget, you can comment on YouTube. I'm sorry, you already did. On iTunes as well. 5 stars would be awesome. We're going to try and get some more stars. Hopefully, we can get someone for the finale.
Guys, I'm working on somebody for the finale, really special. Also, I got to give a shout out Tuesday night. I have a friend that's going to be on Seth Meyers. So watch Seth Meyers if you have not Tuesday night. And Seth, because he's an alum of the show. We want to support what he's doing.
So speaking of sport, let's go into some news and gossip.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV News.
And gossip. All right. So for news and gossip, for those Maya Rudolph fans, I don't know if you saw the variety show promo.
I'm excited.
I'm a little weirded out about it.
I heard Annapolis, Maryland.
Yes. So basically,
I think it's going to be good.
For those that don't know, Maya Rudolph is creating her own variety show on NBC. It's going to be May 19th at 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And this basically, she's always been wanting to do it. She's going to have her friends, Kristen Bell, Andy Samberg, Fred Armisen, Chris Parnell, Sean Hayes, Craig Robinson joining her cast.
Like, what a lineup. Why wouldn't you watch that?
Yeah.
That's comedy gold.
This is basically Maya's time frame in SNL on her own page, her own channel, doing what she wants to do. So I had read some articles on like E! News that this is something she's always wanted to do, and that when she left SNL, that she felt like she was missing something. So this could be her little niche.
I have some news and gossip as well.
Yeah, what's your news and gossip?
In case you guys weren't able to tune in, the American Comedy Awards kicked off the other night, and Kate McKinnon won an award. Also had my favorite acceptance speech of the night. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch it, the American Comedy Awards was like watching a bunch of, it was a bunch of comedians in a room, obviously, because it's American Comedy Awards. Every acceptance speech, they tried to one-up each other and was funnier than the one before. It was, I don't know if you got to catch it, it was so fun. It was so fun to watch. Craig Robinson was on piano and led the band.
Nice.
It was, and then I gotta say this because this is an SNL comedy show, and he's one of the SNL greatest to ever be on was Bill Cosby, and he gave a long speech. It was captivating.
Yeah.
So if you guys get a chance, you can check it out on Hulu, YouTube. There's some clips, and also Kate McKinnon's acceptance speech was so funny, and she won one for being on SNL. So congrats to her.
Sweet, awesome. And then real quick, we talked about ratings last week and how it went down for Andrew Garfield because of playoffs. Well, guys, it went up this weekend.
Yeah.
For ABC and NBC, it went up 11%. So I guess maybe since teams are knocked out, that they're coming back to reality with TV shows.
Maybe
that's what the deal is. But yeah, so check that out, guys. So let's move on to some predictions for our finale.
You know what? If you did not know,
Your AfterBuzz
I have a big prediction. I love the when they do this.
So Andy Samberg, and first time since he's been gone.
Yep.
Ever hosting.
Since he's been gone.
And St. Vincent is the musical guest.
Do you know much about St. Vincent?
I have no idea.
Oh, good.
I could have researched, but I didn't.
Don't research.
Okay.
Just here, promise me something.
Promising.
You will not fast forward.
Okay.
You'll watch both musical performances in their entirety.
Okay.
I think you'll
because
enjoy
you
it.
said it, I will, because you're right about a lot of the new bands that or bands that I haven't heard of that were on SNL.
And don't research them. Don't have any idea what they are. They
Okay.
might be a ukulele and a guy, and it might be a full band. Just don't know and go in it and just with no preconceived notions. I have a prediction.
Yes.
If you did not know, out of the 10 sketches tonight, or on Saturday night on SNL, 7 of them were led by women. I don't think that will happen next week. I think that you will see Taryn. You will see a heavy dose of, obviously, Andy in every sketch. I think you will see a heavy dose of the men next week.
Okay.
It will be completely opposite.
Because it's a man leading?
No, I think they'll flip it. I think that the reason this one lacked a little bit is because there wasn't enough of Keenan.
Do you think
or
they're
Taryn
saving their
or
energy
Beck.
for Andy?
Possibly. I think next week's gonna blow everybody. I think
Did I
there's
just
gonna be
say Andy?
awesome.
Yeah.
There's gonna be awesome appearances. There's gonna be some. I've heard some rumors. There's gonna be some really cool things next week.
You've heard rumors, huh?
Yes.
Okay, well, so you've heard rumors. Does that mean that they're like
I've heard
they'll
rumors of cool
affect-
things that are gonna happen.
So what's your What is one sketch you think is gonna happen with Andy's?
It's not fair. I don't want to give any specifics. I just think it's gonna be a really, really good episode.
Okay, do you think the porn stars are gonna come back?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
sweet.
think porn stars will come back. I don't know anything about that. That is a pure guess for me. Savarsky Crystals. I think Andy Samberg will lead it. I think that there will be an awesome digital short with Andy Samberg. I don't know if
Lost Island, Lonely
Yeah,
Boys?
I think there'll be a great Lonely Island song.
Okay.
I think there will be maybe one of the best Lonely Island songs ever to come out next week.
I think Andy's gonna make out with some guy, and he's gonna make out with a guy in a sketch. And real quick, I want to propose a quick question to you and to the viewers and fans. So we're at 795 episodes.
Yep.
Which means in season 40, we're going to hit 800.
Huge.
Who do you think is going to be the host for the 800th episode?
Bill Cosby.
I don't think
No,
it's
I
going to
don't
be Bill
know.
Cosby.
I really have no idea.
No? Like a 5-timer, Justin Timberlake. Well, I guess Justin Timberlake's in the
Steve
club.
Martin, maybe. I could see Steve Martin. I could see Martin Short doing it.
Yeah.
I could see
So you think it's an oldie,
Jimmy
but a goodie?
Fallon coming and doing it.
Do you think they'll do the duel?
I could see, I could
would
see
be
them
good.
bringing in several hosts.
So, I mean, that's...
Will Ferrell, maybe?
If my math is right, I think that's going to be like the third
or fourth episode
of the new season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we won't know until then. But, you know, guys, comment, let us know what you think or who
Yeah,
would be the
that's a great
greatest
question, right?
800th for the
I feel like I
40th.
say that every week.
Because I feel like 40 is going to be, they really got a lot to work on
Yeah.
for this new season.
It's going to
coming
be
up.
big, though. You know what? There's going to be some cool things happening. I
Yeah,
think.
for sure. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, whatever time frame you're at. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Danny Hoyt, DANNYHOYT, and I'm always doing stuff on there, so communicate with me. I love to chat with you guys.
Well, awesome. Guys, I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya, that's HeyRoya, and I'm also on the Faking It after show, and Danny's on the 24 after show.
24 is back. I'm on tonight. I'll see you guys tonight, and on Bachelorette next week.
Ooh, you're back for that. Awesome,
I'm a fan.
guys. Sweet. So we will see you next week when Andy Samberg is the host. Thanks again, guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Meow you later.
Meow.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.